Hello there, friends. Welcome to my channel, Cristabelle the Intuitive. This is Cristabelle bringing you your love and romance guidance for the second half of July 2018. Enjoy. Just before I get into the reading, I just want to say welcome again to all you brand new folks who are just discovering this channel. Please press the subscribe button if you haven't done so already, and share my videos with all your friends. And also remember, turn on your notification bells. Now let's dive into the reading. My usual practice is singles, then couples. And this reading is for my Gemini friends. Okay, angels, what is your guidance for our Gemini single friends? What is your guidance for our Gemini friends? Right. Your first card is look at your patterns in relationships. It is safe for you to love and steady progress. Beloved ones, yes, your past relationships and romances may not have worked out, but stop living in the past in the sense of being afraid and blaming former partners or former love interest. You need to really examine. If you want to look at the past, look at how your patterns, what are your patterns that of behavior that you take to relationships that affect how the outcome of the relationships. What are your patterns of behavior? What patterns do you have when you start relationships? What patterns do you have when you are involved with somebody, when you're dating somebody, when you meet somebody, when you have a love interest or romantic interest in someone? What are your patterns of behavior? How did that affect? And because which aspects of the relationships that didn't work out where your patterns of behavior contributed to the outcomes that they ended up. So that's our guidance to you. The love you want is possible, is coming to you. But first, you must really own up to your responsibilities, that or your actions, or your way of being, or your behaviors that contributed to demise of the other relationships that you're lamenting and blaming others for. So you need to be authentically honest with yourself and examine and look at your patterns in relationships, and that way you're able to correct course, and so that your next relationship will be a successful one. Wow. Mm-hmm. Okay, just seeing how the cards went. Okay. It is safe for you to love. This is our promise, and our guidance to you is to really work on opening your heart and mind to welcoming a relationship into your life, because that is what you desire, is what you say, but you are afraid, you're fearful of getting hurt, you're fearful of making mistakes again. So our guidance to you is look at your patterns in relationships. So examine your patterns of behavior that you employ in your relationships. What can you do to change those patterns of behavior so they're more positive? Or which patterns of behavior that you employ in relationships that are healthy, which ones are not so healthy, so that you can let go of the not so healthy ones, or work on improving the not so healthy ones, so that your next relationship will be a healthy one. So really look at your patterns of behavior in relationships to know, in order for you to change the way you are, or your patterns in relationships, it requires for you to be strong and healthy. So part of that is being brave and knowing that it is safe for you to love, and the love that you're seeking is seeking you too. But first, to have a strong, healthy, flourishing relationship, you need to examine or look at the patterns, your patterns in relationships, and take it easy on yourself if you falter, or maybe go back to some old patterns of behavior that might not be healthy or helpful to relationships. Don't beat yourself up. Steady progress. Acknowledge that you're making progress. Especially when you acknowledge that you or your patterns of behavior, or some of your patterns of behavior in relationships have affected relationships with a negative outcome, or not the desired outcome, then that's part of the progress. You've acknowledged that. So now start working on correcting course. And once again, if you falter or not able to maintain that course, it's okay. Don't beat yourself up. Just take a step back and start again and keep going, because steady progress is all about steady, consistent, and gradual progress, so long as you are making progress towards improvement and healing. All right, Gemini single friends, that's your guidance for this second half of July. Gemini couple friends, this is your guidance. Okay, angels, what is your guidance to our Gemini couple friends? What would you have our couple friends know? right. Your first card is the only thing that is real is love. Career, finances and career. Speak your truth. All right. Today must be the day for career and finances. You need to remember that you're in a partnership. The choices or the financial choices you make must be made as part of a partnership, especially in and with big purchases. You can't decide that you want a car and not have a discussion with your partner and just go and buy a car. You can't spend money, or you need to be careful about spending money that may affect other aspects of your relationship. If you and your partner are struggling financially, you can't go and buy something extravagant, something that's not a necessity, where maybe you need that money to pay for housing and food or whatever without consulting or checking in with your partner. So that is what we're saying. You have to remember that you're part of a partnership, you're part of a couple, and for some of you, that is what is affecting your relationship. Yes, and you need to remember that the most important part of your partnership, it's not so much how much money your partner contributes or bring in to but remember, the only thing that is valid, the only solid thing, is the love that you have for one another. So the real love that you have for one another needs to be put first. When you put your love for one another first, then you're able to make choices and decisions that supports that love and that partnership. Wow. Okay. Okay, just see how the cards. You need to speak your truth. And when you speak your truth, you speak with integrity, you speak with honesty, and you stand firm on your truth, but you are not insisting that the other support or convince someone else of your truth, because your truth may not necessarily be another's truth. So you need to speak your truth, and you need to speak with integrity and honesty, and you need to speak your truth, keeping in mind that the only thing that is real is love. Love is the only real thing in this situation, in this relationship. And it's really important that you keep your focus on love, the love for your partner, the love and the commitment that you've made to your relationship, rather than on the challenges that you're having. So remember that the only real thing is love, and to really speak your truth from that perspective. Speak your truth, but speak it from the perspective of love, because the only thing that is real is love. And this card is finances and career. Yes, the challenges you're having is because of your financial the way you spend money, or your financial resources, or lack of financial resources. The way you spend is not in congruence with what you earn or what financial resources you have. So you need to really speak your truth about that, and also at the same time keeping in mind that the only thing that's real is love, and that the spending habits you have to try and portray a certain image is not needed, and that is what's causing challenges for you. So you need to really focus on love and work to change the financial habits, or the financial spending habits, the way you use your financial resources. You need to look at changing that, or you need to look at a way of changing careers or jobs to bring you more financial resources to go towards the extra and the frivolous spending that you tend to enjoy. And the challenge is the challenge is one of you is more responsible with your financial resources than the other. The other one enjoys spending in a way that is not quite responsible. So you need to really speak your truth, but you need to work together, and you need to also allow your partner to speak their truth, and you need to come together to work out the financial challenges that you're having. And you need to switch focus from challenges or financial challenges to acknowledging that the only thing that's real in your relationship is love. And once you acknowledge that, and you really name and claim that, then it's easier for you to work out the financial challenges that you're having. Well, my Gemini couple friends, that's your guidance for this second half of July. And my Gemini friends, this is your love and romance guidance for the second half of July, which is July 15th to the 31st of 2018. This is Cristabelle saying goodbye for now, and blessings to you on your journey to love.